When you imagine Greece, it's probably not about hiking and more about the islands and the beaches. Well, there's some pretty mighty hiking, especially if we zoom into the north. Even Zeus would agree. Mount Olympus dominates the range as the highest mountain, and that's why I flew all the way to Thessaloniki. But what I didn't know was that I'd be going into bear country, and I'd forgotten a crucial piece of equipment. So I had arrived in Thessaloniki at around midnight and somehow got my sleepy self to the hotel in the city center. It was muggy. I was there in the height of summer.
Yeah. I mean, I'm swayed, but that's alright.
But it's literally the best way to access Greece's best hiking trails.
Just found out my booking was cancelled.
My accommodation just canceled on me. No other bookings available online. My only option was to get off the bus and go door to door to the hotels. The second hotel I walked into, and they had room for 2 nights. I am so lucky because I was told that everything is sold out, and that was the reason that my thing was cancelled, but oh my gosh. I was indeed super lucky at this moment. I had a view of the mountain I would attempt the next day if the weather cooperated. This is also the perfect room because it had a fridge for my hiking sandwich and coffee making machine for the 4 a.m. start. Thanks, Hotel Aphrodite. You absolutely saved me. No matter how much research you do for these kinds of adventures, there's always stuff that has to be left to once you're finally there. I needed food, a taxi to the base, and a helmet for the scramble. This is my first real Greek meal, and I've just had my first few bites of the green salad, and it's probably one of the most delicious basic salads I've ever had. I got a smoked mackerel, and I think I ordered way too much food. There's so many potatoes, and it's really affordable. All of this is going to be about 20 euros, and it's quality food. I need to start loading up for Mount Olympus. I could not finish it, so it looks like my sandwich for the hike tomorrow is going to be smoked mackerel, potato, and tomatoes. Even if you don't like climbing mountains, come here just for this. Food accomplished. Next was taxi and helmet.
Can you believe it, my friends? This is the first peak on this entire journey where I'm actually at the base well before the peak starts. Planning? Getting better. Either that or my luck is getting a little bit better.
I actually had time to pack the night before.
I went to this shop, 55 Peaks, and I'm so glad I did. Monica, absolute legend. I need a Monica for every single big peak left on this journey. I asked her, I said, so what's your honest opinion on the hike from Scala to Mytikas? And she says, how much running do you do? 10K. She's like, that's not much. Okay. I'm just gonna say, I'm like, well, I'm kind of on this mission to climb the highest peak in every European country. So then she tells me the different routes. Because I am going by myself, I think the best decision is to go with the path that I've been researching for the last while. I'm excited. A little bit nervous, but that's healthy. I'm ready.
This is the pack I ended up with. Got a bit of space for jacket.
Because right now it's really warm. Like it feels like it's maybe 25 out.
Feeling 100% ready and checking the weather forecast one more time, I headed out to the taxi point. And we started the 30-minute drive to the trailhead, where I would quickly realize I had made a big mistake. I had completely forgotten a headlamp. All I had was the light on my phone. I think of all the crazy monsters that are lurking in the darkness or the bears that might suddenly start appearing in Greece. I have to convince myself that this is not a movie, just real life, and to never forget my headlamp again. The first trail marker. Hopefully once we get above the tree line, then we'll get the views. I would be taking the E4 trail as this was the most straightforward route. It would include the intense scramble everyone warns about, even though Monica recommended I do the other route with Via Ferrata. I didn't want to test my luck too much since I was alone and the weather wasn't ideal. We would soon find out. First stop. Why do my eyebrows look massive? It's really weird because I'm the only one on the trail. So there's probably lots of people staying at the refuge. I hope that's okay doing Midicus, because if there's a lot of people climbing from Scala to Midicus, then it could be dangerous. We will see. The thing with scrambles is if you get someone above you who kicks back a rock and it hits you, well, good night. You'll be Minotaur food. Here comes the sun. Yeah, at the mountain hut. On the E4 trail, this is the refuge that most people will stay at on their first day of the climb. So they would hike what I had just done in day 1, or some people also hike all the way from Litohoro, where I'm staying. Then on day 2, they would continue to the peaks at the top, Midicus, Scoglio, and Scala. Made it to the mountain hut. Feeling really good. If I'm really honest, I'm in a bit of pain because I just got my period. It happens, but I'm gonna have a little break here. I'm gonna switch out the duct tape on my blisters and we're gonna push for Scala. It's super duper cloudy. I was listening into a conversation. They asked what it's like right now at the very top Midicus. They said it's very humid, so the rocks are slippery, and they said if the rocks are too slippery, then don't do it. Maybe it won't be that humid, but safety first. Since it's still before 9, I'm making good time, I think, because there's still a lot of people just having breakfast right now in the refuge. And these are probably going to be the people who are going to be going up as well. So I'd rather be ahead of them. Sorry, this is very steep. Look. Don't mind me, just the crazy Canadian in a t-shirt. Everybody else I've catched has got like long sleeves, jackets. The wind started to pick up, and with the clouds coming in, I was getting a stream of nervous thoughts, and doubt was coming in. Yeah, our view is about to leave. If something were to happen to me, would anyone even know? In moments like these, I turn to different thoughts, like the epic mythology behind Mount Olympus. The greatest tales tell that this mountain was created after an epic battle between the Olympian gods and the Titans. The winners, the Olympians, made this their home. Literally 10 seconds. Look around me. That's where we just were. Now the decision is whether I should attempt Midicus, which is over there, or if I just go back. Self-doubt was hanging heavy. Could I do this? So you can kind of see the outline there. Would this all be exaggerated by everyone except for Monica? It was the hardest decision I had to make alone on a hike because there was uncertainty and fear of incapability and potentially worse, versus the idea that I could do this and that others were just being dramatic and that I did have the skills and the fitness. The facts were that visibility was poor. It's a 400-meter class 3 scramble on the Yosemite scale, which means climbing a steep hillside, moderate exposure, and hands are used in climbing. I was prepared with a helmet and gloves, and there were people coming back from having done it. I knew that if I didn't at least attempt, I would regret it for the rest of my life. Let's do this. Probably up that way. If this doesn't make your heart jump into your butt, I don't know what will. Oh, look at this. Oh my gosh. I always make sure I have one marker ahead of me. Some parts you do need 4. Some parts it's quite okay. I can definitely imagine how this would be quite intimidating. I can do this. I feel like I'm surrounded by projectors. Look at these rocks. Like shadows. I can see the Greek flag. Oh my gosh. I second guess myself so much. But this is for anybody who underestimates themselves or has people around them who underestimate them. Do you know what? You can do a lot more than you think you can. Yes. Holy shit. Oh. Unreal. Come here, Grace. How stable is this? I can't reach. Let's go, baby. Peak 13. Actually, this is a nice place to eat my lunch. Look at the sun. Thank you, Grace. Last year, I had my first via ferrata ever in my life. I broke down, and look at me. It's like, it's just amazing to see what the human body and what you can do mentally when you just put your mind to something, learning what you need to do to get to your goal. And then after that, you just keep growing and growing and growing. It's just incredible. I wonder how long it took me. 40 minutes. I wonder where my Slovakian friend went. He left like 20 minutes before me. Woohoo! Amazing! From Slovakia! Woohoo!
Slovakia, viva!
Already back at Scala. I wanted to share this because I watched so many YouTube videos to find out what it's like going back down. Because if you're someone like me where going up is a lot easier for you and coming down maybe scares you a little bit, or it's not as good as your up game, I guess, it's actually much easier coming down. I would say as well, if you've got visibility is poor here, you just have to follow the red and yellow markers. You can see one like every 5 meters, maybe 10 meters. You just stick to that and you'll be fine. You do definitely need a helmet. You definitely need some gloves. It's a lot easier. And you need good sturdy shoes. If you are a beginner when it comes to hiking, I would definitely recommend getting a guide. If you have experience with rock climbing, bouldering, via ferratas, scramble hikes, like if you've done a few of those before, you'll be able to do this. I just want to share that because I couldn't find anywhere that wasn't being overly dramatic. It's always hard to judge, right? Because you don't know what other people's experiences are, but I mean, you can see my experience. You can see what I've done in the last year and a half. Like obviously before that I did other stuff as well, but so I hope that gives you an idea if you want to come do it yourself. And hopefully you get a better view than me. I don't know if it's because I got a bit of confidence from that climb, but or the coffee, but I'm flying down the mountain. I don't think I've gone down a mountain this fast with this kind of rock, let's say. Favorite ways to see any city, any new city, is to go for a run. So forget all that hot girl summer stuff. This is sweaty girl summer. We are approaching one of the most famous things here in Thessaloniki. When I found out about this, I was like, mad props to the artist, because if you can sell your art so well that you just put some umbrellas on a stick, I mean, that's pretty awesome. For some reason, people just go and take pictures of it, so maybe it has some great meaning behind it.
The umbrellas do seem to hold meaning, but it's something that changes. Depending on the event or the celebration, they are lit up in different colors.
They kind of act as a notification to let you know when there's something to check out or something is happening at that time. Pretty cool. It's like a real life app.
Oh, and then I'll show you some other famous guy. Give you one hint. He's pretty great.
Alexander the Great was the emperor of Macedonia, and Thessaloniki is the capital of Macedonia, aka northern Greece. So it makes sense that he would be here. And lucky for him, he gets people skateboarding around him paying tribute every day.
Next we have the local pirates. I'm not getting a wave. It's alright. I've lost all embarrassment. I don't know what it is, but I feel super comfortable. And here's something else famous. The White Tower.
The White Tower has a blood-stained history, as it was a prison for a time and was painted white by a prisoner in exchange for their freedom. The whitewash covered up the red that could be seen from the executions. Ugh. Before that, it was a meeting point to connect the walls, which we'll check out later.
I came with a shirt, so I don't look like so much of a schmuck when I try and find a place to eat. I mean, I'm swayed, but that's alright. I found a restaurant. There's so many everywhere. And I got like a little cute welcome appetizer, I guess. It looks like bruschetta, but with feta on top or something. Smells really good. Oh my gosh, it's really good. And the challenge is to see if they actually taste better than other Greek restaurants around the world, probably. I can already say the olives are way better than in Spain. Sorry, Spain. So the other thing I noticed when I was looking at the menu, this is something I've never seen in any restaurant in the world, and I've just seen it on several menus here, and they've actually got like little stars, like little asterisks telling you in the menu which foods come frozen. How brilliant is that? So for example, most of the seafood comes frozen. Nothing special. I'm gonna be honest this whole time. If I like it, if not, whatever. Take it for what it is. This one's for you. If you're a hungry bear, I suggest you go get a snack, because this next part is gonna make you really, really hungry. First up, Greek salad. The feta, oh my gosh, so good. These little things, capers, they're like my favorite. Pieces of bread, never seen that before. Guess we're in Greece, aren't we? Old school croutons. There is no way I'm finishing this. This is so much food. Do you want to join? I'm not going to remember all of these things. So we've got a sauce that a dip that we all know, tzatziki. I could eat this every single day and I would not get tired of it. An eggplant dip. That's way more delicious than I was expecting. And then a dip with feta cheese that's mashed. And she said there is a hot pepper in it. Let's try. It's good, but it's not spicy. You can feel the little kick at the end. I got a traditional pie from Spakia. I don't know the intonation, but apparently it's from an island down in Crete. And I was reading that pies are a very big thing here in Greece. Look at that. There's feta inside. Feta is life. Oops, destroying it a little bit. Okay, let's try. The salty and sweet flavors, oh my gosh, with like the toasted sesame, toasted whatever it is. This is heaven. Greek food is the best food. I think this is one of the best meals I've ever had. Is it a sin to get a to-go box in Greece? I'm absolutely stuffed, but they asked if I wanted to try a dessert. I almost never get dessert, but I read that when someone offers you something in Greece, you're not supposed to say no. So, let's try. Smells like toasted coconut. It's super soft and fluffy. And then on the bottom, it's like crunchy. It kind of looks like those Chinese noodles, but I know that's not what it is.
Belly completely full and my brain trying to remember the name of the dishes I had, I got back to my fridge. Yes, it was a communal fridge, but seriously, please do subscribe if you like the content. The mornings are quiet, peaceful, and cool.
So, in the morning, it's not a question of whether you will have coffee or not, but it's where. I've noticed that coffee culture here is massive. So, my morning breakfast is actually a double espresso and a massive chicken sandwich because there's no vegetarian options and almost everything has cheese. So if you can eat cheese and milk, life would be a lot easier. So I'm having to change my eating habits a little bit, which is fine. My first coffee in Greece, so let's try it. I don't know how much sugar they put in because they do a thing here where they ask you, it's really good. Do you want it sweet? And so I say, yeah, sure. And they put the sugar in for you, which I've only ever seen in Cyprus. So I'm wondering if it's like a cultural thing.
I learned that in this part of Greece, around 10 a.m. it becomes unbearably hot. Particularly this time of year. I did attempt to go out though, and it didn't last long.
Instant sweat. Oh my god. Oh my god. I've seriously been outside for 10 minutes walking. I can feel the beads of sweat running down my back, as gross as that is. This is sweaty summer. I didn't last very long outside. Now I got something that is famously Greek. It's called an espresso freddo. Freddo in Italian means cold, and that's exactly what it is. It's very frothy. It makes it so fast, and eventually it settles down and it looks like coffee again. But there's no milk added or anything.
Finally, it was time to find the wall, just like Jon Snow.
I'm looking for a wall. Not just any wall. There's one right here. But apparently the Acropolis wall. And I'm in Upper Town, which is like super far uphill. You can see the sweat glistening. I do not recommend coming this time of year. Oh my god. But hopefully it'll be worth it. And maybe we'll get a cool view. I think I found the wall.
At one time, this wall encapsulated the whole city and was kind of a big deal.
I can see now why this used to be the old town, because obviously this part was encircled by the wall. Nice smell of garbage. Oh, but look at this view. Wow. Look. Look at that. I really think this is why Europe takes the cake, because you walk around a city and you just see stuff like this, like stuff that YouTube. Yes, yes means hello, cheers, and goodbye. I've learned that it's one of the best things that you can say here. People just have a big smile on their face. I feel like I've stepped through a church wormhole. Look at this. These trees. That's the big church behind me. I'm guessing it's a church. I feel like I always say this when I'm in a city with a lot of churches. But these churches here, they look different. I think they're really pretty.
When you search for the best things to do in Greece, you might not see Thessaloniki on the list. It's not to say it doesn't have a lot to offer. It's that Greece just has so much to choose from. So why would someone visit this place? For people like me who seek out nature and adventure, it acts as a gateway to Mount Olympus, home of the Greek gods and over 50 mountain peaks. But either way, I think it's a great place for a short pit stop and a nice base for adventure.
How stable is this?